Dude, I wonder if this actually works. Probably my bandwidth is gonna be too low, so I can only stream to either YouTube or Twitch. And I feel like YouTube is better. So I guess it's not lagging. And then here, okay. How does this work? It doesn't like show the stream. Oh, huh. That's pretty cool. So it actually does like show here on the top. Huh. Yeah, I like that. So how does this look? Test? Oh, the delay is really long. Huh. Doesn't fuck my CPU at all. Oh, it's using GPU encoding. That's not good. I think I would rather use CPU encoding. It's probably better. It doesn't matter. Well, that actually works. It's insane. Uh, so I would rather notify about the YouTube. I don't know. Twitch is. I don't know what I have against Twitch, but I feel like YouTube is just cleaner. Like, I don't know. There's something about Twitch I don't like. I've been wanting to rather stream on Twitch for a long time. Also, I set up the notification bot, but it apparently doesn't work. Wait, I think I set a filter though that the title must contain something. Oh, so it's dropping frames, huh? Well, I guess I could just not stream on Twitch. So, how do I stop the Lutsu dev in chat? Oh god, I need to make that chat bigger. Hi, do you want to stream two at once? And no matter that's what you're doing. Yeah, I'm trying it. The connection is struggling. Uh, the connection allegedly is struggling. Like it says it's dropping frames, but well, maybe that's why test. Yeah, the delay is consistent and it doesn't seem to lag. Wait, it's streaming in full HD. I don't even want that because my internet isn't that good. I mean, it seems to work though, so I guess I could just reduce it or something. So I guess I would like automatically ah, want notifications. Yeah, like with streaming on two platforms is a bit bothersome too, just cause it's annoying with two chats. I mean, I guess there's like combination things. I don't know. I just don't feel like I have like no viewage on Twitch anyways. Like everybody who's watching the dev stuff and my speedrun stuff, they would watch me the same on. I guess I would still do speedrun stuff on Twitch because I do have some friends who only follow me there. Wait, so how would I share this? Notifications. Live dev. So yeah, how's it going, Rutsu? How's the web development going? It says it's fucking dying, but looks like it was fine. 30 frames per second. HD. Wait, why am I streaming in HD to Twitch? I mean, really, this is really not necessary. Wait, this is YouTube, right? And then I'm doing the same to Twitch. Yeah, so it's fucking dying to keep up. Great, I'm going fast with development. That's nice. You're speedrunning, getting money. I don't know if I will ever see any money for the multiplayer project. I wish I could earn some, because obviously I can't, like currently I'm working full time on the multiplayer thing, but obviously that is not sustainable. And I have some money saved up, but it's obviously gonna run out. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know where I was with the development. Let me just close some windows. It's irritating to have so much windows open. Okay. Also, have you like gotten to testing cheat engine yourself? What the hell? Auto update? Whatever. Dude, I love this. How on earth does one just casually add an online mode to a complete game with barely any online functionality? Shouldn't that be a complete restructuring of the entire game engine? I appreciate this person's appreciation. Uh, I mean, it really isn't. The thing is, what we currently do is we just like spawn another player and yeah, they programmed it so that the partner and the player can both be controlled. Like they separated the logic of controlling player entities into its own class so that the partner can be controlled by AI, so it doesn't. How does one just get an online competitive game? Shouldn't that be a complete restructuring of the entire game engine? They separate the logic of controlling player entities into its own entities so that the player can be controlled by AI. So it's fine. I haven't had time yet, but starting next week I'll play with it. Oh, cool. Make sure to join the Discord, because I want to watch you play with it. They separated the logic of controlling player entities so that the player can be controlled by AI, so it's fine, haha. Yeah, it does require complete restructuring. they also have like what the fuck? Okay, I'm being distracted as fuck from development. Shit. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to do. When to B gets spawns. Oh yeah. Why doesn't it give me? Why doesn't it? Yeah, it says it's a function without parameters. When the spawn to B function is. Oh, actually I could. Fredholm. Why are we reversing that game, if I may ask? Um, wait, how? You just wait. Is the YouTube algorithm that broken that I got just recommended to you? What the fuck? Um, basically, I'm adding like I don't know if you know NieR Automata. Um, but basically we work on a online PvP mod, like competitive PvP. I followed you years ago. What? Oh, you're on my Twitch. True. I'm multi-streaming for the first time and I thought you were on YouTube. Uh, years ago. I wonder what I was doing. Do you remember what I was doing years ago? Are you German? Was it like in League of Legends time and you're German? Yeah, so we basically just want to add multiplayer and then I for like for like years I wanted to create a like it always was my dream of mine to create like a battle royale game because I really like them and also I played like a mod which was like a roundless battle royale with yeah it was like a battle royale without rounds and you could build cars and vehicles. It's called like Breaking Point. It's the Arma 3 mod, which is kind of like yeah it's kind of like DayZ. I mean, these like DayZ is kind of like a roundless battle royale, right? And then I started speedrunning NieR Automata since for like years. I think since 4 years. I'm interested in NieR Automata speedrunning. Uh, yeah. And then, why did I even come up with this idea? Now that you say it, like, what the fuck am I thinking? Or what was my motivation? Like, when did I make the jump from? When did I make the jump to wanting to make PvP a thing? I don't know how it happened actually. That's funny. A dab for each follow. Oh, you're from that time. Yeah, that was hilarious. Dude, that's 8 years ago, I think. Approx. Crazy times. Oh yeah, I probably it didn't. Does it use Param 1? Yeah. Do you know anything about reverse engineering? I probably do. So, considering you recognized in the first place that I'm doing reverse engineering. Ah, shit. I pressed Control L. What the fuck? Oh, export XML. So you want to build a PvP online mod for NieR Automata. Sounds like a lot of work if you actually have to reverse it yourself. There are tools that help me, and I have some friends who also help me. The NieR Automata is pretty explored by the modding community, so there have also been similar projects before from which I was able to copy some work. Uh, yeah. I don't know how interested you are in the project though, considering you probably don't care so much about NieR Automata. There's like a Discord and YouTube if you would be interested. Shit. So I rebuilt the XML. I guess if you're just interested in reverse engineering, you would still find it interesting. Uh, yeah, we have like a server where you could learn about reverse engineering. Shit, where was I? Bindings. So we actually program the mod in Rust. Uh, delete this. And coincidentally, I got into reverse engineering a couple of months ago, trying to learn more about static and dynamic analysis. Well, if that is the case, you could learn about it by helping us with the project if you want. I'll just send you an invite to the project's Discord. Oh shit, I can't chat here. I the chat window in Twitch is not having me logged in. That's annoying. I guess I could do this. That works. Ah, stay in the foreground. Yeah. So have you ever worked with Rust or C++, by the way? Because this game engine, the game is written in C++, so a lot of games are, I guess. Oh, I didn't close NieR. But I guess the bindings rebuilt. Wait, why did they? Shouldn't it? Oh yeah, now it takes the parameter. So now A, and then we're like, no, wait, we would say param1, comma, spawn 2b. Param1. Don't I have to wrap it in an unsafe block since it's an external function? Or is my Rust analyzer not analyzing again? What? Why? Let me check if this YouTube stream is still working. Yeah, there's just a giant delay for some reason. JNS? I'm assuming that's you, Fred. I am a .NET dev as my day job, but I worked with C++ occasionally on private projects. I got along, but I still have to check many things when I'm working with C++. Never worked with Rust. Oh, that's amazing. I joined the Discord. You're welcome. Um, yeah, you can like join the Discord. You can like, I'm like in the voice call daily, so you can always just join and chill if you want. I do understand correctly that the bindings from your project are a mapping of the game's source code. Yeah. I actually we actually make the source code. So basically, how it works is we useghydra to reverse the game code. Um, the problem is if like before like when we started out with this project, like all the like variable names and function names, they were like unknown because they get erased at compile time. They disappear. So we're basically playing Sudoku on very hard. Like if I pick like a random function from the source code, well that already is pretty reversed. I'm just trying to find one that isn't reversed yet. Yeah, like that's how it looked at the start. It's just like function unknown name, local variables unknown name, unknown global. And then we just play Sudoku, basically. You can also like analyze the game while it's running, which gives you like more information. Um, but yeah, so then after we have like it reversed in GHydra, uh, I wrote a tool which uses like the GHydra database. Um, it uses it and then builds the structures in Rust, the structures and functions. So that would look like these files here. So it would like create the structs. For example, the player is I guess it's not in here, but what structs are in here? I guess the player is in C model. Struct PL000. See, so this would be the player, and it just makes like a Rust struct. Yeah, and something similar is also done for the functions. Uh, One thing that I find really cool is that, like this, for example, this file is like 200,000 lines of Rust, so it feels pretty cool to have that generated automatically. Also, opening this file just killed my editor. Yeah, it's dead. It's dead. It doesn't even close. Lol. Yeah. And then we also have a function hooking library. For example, this spawn to be function refers to this spawn to be function. So what I can do with the hooking library is say function.hook, and then I make like a closure or lambda, which is just like it's like an anonymous function if you don't know closures. You could also just make like a handler function like down here. And that takes like the parameters from the function, param1, and additionally to the parameters, it also gets the original function. And so basically what I can do is I could decide in the hook to not call the original function, which would disable spawning to be. For demonstration purposes, I will actually try what happens if I do this. I'm also curious. Like, it probably will crash, right? But what if it doesn't and it loads the game and there's like no to be? I don't know if it's clever, but dude, I'm hungry. Time to make pasta soon. So what the fuck is gonna happen? Also, how is the audio balancing? I guess. Oh, you don't hear my music. I guess that's fine. And the code does know the location of spawn to be because of your imports from GHydra, basically, yeah. You would call them you would call them like bindings. Oh, also the hook worked. So we're now endlessly in the loading screen because apparently the way they programmed the loading screen is it loads until 2b is spawned, which is why we're now endlessly in the loading screen. I did not expect this as a result. That's funny. So other things we can do with this hook would be just to print something. Spawning to be now. Or we could like make the function like conditional. But what I wanted to do is make a copy of the character controller because basically for our netcode we need to delay the inputs. Uh, so basically the problem is um, for for like if let's say if there's two players, player one and player two, and they press like the punch, they press like the square button at the same time. So the player one will execute the move, like let's say there's like two players. So player one will execute the move instantly on his local machine and punch this guy. And player two, let's say he presses square on the same time. He also executes the punch locally instantly. So um yeah, but because there's like network delay. So basically what happens is they both think they punched each other and it desynchronizes the fight. So basically what we need to do is, like this is not the perfect solution, but this is a solution, and we're gonna start with that. We just say the local input, we delay the local input by, I don't know, 5 frames. So we delay the local input by 5 frames, and then it has 5 frames to travel to player two. And so it's possible, and so that way it's possible that they execute the move on the same frame. And the code doesn't know the location of spawn to be because of it. Oh, I already read that. Yeah, so I want to add basically a local input delay so that there's time for the packet to travel to player two, and they can execute the inputs on the same frame. Which is why I make a copy of the character controller here. So that we have like a copy of the character controller, and we like copy the data with a 5 frame delay. Like there's yeah, I don't know how to explain it. I haven't figured out the details myself yet, but you would have like the you have like the player controller which gets the inputs. Like you have like two player controllers. You have the one of the player and you have the one of the controller. You have like the one of the controller, and then you add like the delay. Yeah, I hope we can add like the local delay like that. Yeah, that's why I tried to copy the player controller. So we would obviously have to do that after 2B gets spawned. Make a copy of the player controller. Spawn 2B. Yeah, so after spawn 2B is run, we need to make a copy of the local player controller. How is there a code where we already get the local player though? Is there code where we already get the local player? I mean, wait, doesn't the get player function? Whoop. Wait, doesn't that return the local player? I think it does. Okay, so after to be gets spawned, we get the local player, we print something, and then we make a new character controller and put it in the plugin state. And and then we get the local player, like the dummy, and call the function set control player on it. Because that's probably necessary, because they also do it in the player construction. Uh-huh. And then we print like a debug. So let's see how that goes. I wish I had more cereals. It's fast to make. I don't wanna cook noodles. And then I guess after... Wait. I'm then gonna have to use the player use the dummy controller. Wait, no, instead it would be easier. Wait, it errored. It would be easier to... Yeah, it would be easier. Yeah, we handle the inputs into the... Huh. This is pretty complicated. Hmm. I'm not even sure if you could just do it like that. Handle all inputs. Where's this even called? I thought it was called in the update function of to be. Eh? Not? Oh, I guess it wasn't, yeah. Yeah, we might have to add the input delay on like a controller like level. Yeah. Wait, this got complicated all of a sudden. Hmm. My brain is suddenly exploding. I'm just worried because if we would delay the output of the character controller, like isn't the character controller based on the player too? So let's say it's a timeline. And the player is not delayed. And then the controller is delayed. The controller has its state updated based on 2B. Yeah. So you cannot you cannot just delay the character controller. You would have to delay the entire 2B. So it's probably easier. I mean, I guess there's the controller. There's like three things in this thing. There's like what the fuck? There's like the controller, there's the player, and then between that is like the is like the character controller. Yeah, like that's between. So, and I was basically hoping that I could archive the input delay here. But could that even work? We would have. It doesn't work because the character controller is also based on 2B state. That's how they programmed it. So if I would delay the output of the character controller to 2B, I would also have to delay the input to it? Could that work? What? Wait. No, it's the other way around. I would have to have 5 frames of future of 2B. Yeah, that would be really hard to like simulate ahead and inefficient. Thing is, for other players, like it already works with the system. Because if we have like the other like this, it works for the other players. Because yeah, because for the other players we can just delay it. I mean, I know it's working for the other players, but why does it work there? Isn't the other player's character controller not also based on this? Oh, I guess it's yeah, I guess there's but for that yeah, because here we delay the data by 5 frames. Yeah, and then send it. Oh God, it's so complicated. There's like a because they have like they have like their own character controller, and we delay the data to that by 5 frames, and then we don't need to delay the player and character controller because the we can just delay this data. But why is it possible? Oh, yeah, it's because we copy it. We don't need to calculate it. Wait, how do we copy it in currently? Yeah, that's true. Because we disabled, basically we like neutered the character controller. So it's like disabled and only like getting data, right? If it's the local player. Oh. Yeah, because it's currently we just disable the updating of the character controller and just send the data, which removes the dependency from the player, right? Like that's deleted in the replicated one. Yeah, but we cannot just disable the character controller for the local one because we needed to compute the data from the controller. So I guess we have to delay the inputs to the local character controller. Yeah. Oh wait, that's super fucked because if we delay the inputs to the local character controller, we cannot we cannot sense, yeah, like we can't do it on this layer because if we delay those by 5 frames, yeah. And even what if we, but I was thinking about adding like a dummy character controller. So you would instantly send it to the dummy character controller. But the dummy character controller, it would work for 1 frame, but the dummy character controller depends on the live to be. But we need to delay the local live to be. Yeah, no, fuck this shit. So it doesn't work the way I hoped. So we need to change the approach and actually send the inputs. Basically, you have like the controller. God, I can't draw. Oh, what the fuck? You have like the controller and then you delay the inputs from the controller to the, oh shit, to the character controller locally. And then over the internet, you send them to the other player's character controller. And you have to do that for keyboard and mouse. Why did I not do that though? I was just hoping to get away with less work, I think. But it doesn't work, right? What? I will make myself something to eat and think about that. But isn't there some kind of layer where the inputs from the controller and keyboard are put together? I guess there's not. They handle the keyboard inputs, and in that function, they actually like move the player, right? Yeah, move KBM based. Ugh, that's annoying. The one thing I was worried about when sending the inputs is, ugh, I don't know, I guess we'll just have to fix the edge cases then. Huh. I mean, it shouldn't be that bad. I'm just worried about edge cases like opening the menu. I don't know. Where the fuck do they get the inputs from like the controller, like the physical controller? Uh, oh, I need to add salt to the water of the pasta. When I wrote the tool-assisted speedrun thing, where did I grab the inputs? Input X hook. Pole controller state. Yeah, like how do they get from pole controller state to handle all inputs in the character controller though? So X input gets state, right? Returns. Brr. An error code. Ugh, no. I can't be bothered to go into Microsoft documentation. X input get state returns. No, parameter 2 is an X input state. Oh, it already is set to X input state for local 28. X input state. Aha. If input but state dot buttons. Oh, okay. So pull controller state. What if I... Who calls this? It's not the player, right? It's probably... Oh yeah, it's the main thread. What the hell? So this sets stuff in param 2. So apparently param 2 has the size of 18 plus 4 is... What? 9 ABC. It's 2C, no? Well... What's the size of X input state? 10. Then what the fuck is parameter 2? Yeah, like if W buttons... It's weird because when they say when bit 3 is set, like when the bit 3 of the buttons is set, they set bit 1. Why do they do this? What the fuck is param 2? Pi var 8 equals local C8. What is local C8? 7 ins. 7 ins. I don't think we have something input related with 7 ins, so I'll just make a new struct for that until I find one that already exists. So struct X input polled state. Size is 7 ins. 1C. So that function uses it for like fully, I guess. Hey, Bluey. Maybe the buffer. What do you mean maybe the buffer? Wait, what? Here it uses double word pointer. It uses 20, like here it implies that the size would be 20. But that's weird because local C8, because here local C8 is like not big enough for that. Maybe, I don't know. Hey, just make it 20. uint. So this kind of like takes the button we reverse engineered and maps them to another structure because they are stupid. Why would they do that? 1, 2, 1, 2. Resources. Bop, bop, bop. Left is 1. D-pad left is 1. So that would mean what? But they don't even use. Wait, that is the. I don't even remember which struct we reversed. It was like the global input ones. Isn't this just the global input ones though? Like what do they do with the state after this? Wait, what? Oh, my pasta is ready. Why are they doing it in a loop and then adding 20? I always assumed they would just do it 4 times until it works. Did they prepare it for co-op? Oh, they get all 4 controller states. Yeah, they get all 4 controller states because the controller could be in like slot 2. I think that's why they do it 4 times. Oh, oh. So rather than player num, this is more like controller index. What? Wait, they start out controller index is an int pointer. What? I thought it would be an int. What? What did they do with controller index? They put it that int pointer in param 1. Oh, wait. We know what x input state gets. It's in their documentation. It is a double word. What? It makes all sense, I think now. Oh, you got it all figured out? What does? Oh wait, it dereferences the int pointer. So is this just literally a real int pointer? W user index. Okay, time for food. Shit, I adjusted the heat in the wrong direction, so I still gotta let it cook for like 2 more minutes. I wonder if you could program your randomizer mod in like in Rust without modifying the files. Like what if you hooked the spawn entity function and replaced it with another random entity if it's a behavior app base. So this is a real in pointer, right? This isn't some troll in pointer. Also, oh wait, float. It must be like the, yeah, it's like the, oh, wait, why is it casted to an int and back to a float? Huh? Convert double quad word to packed sign. Oh, what the fuck? They use doubles for the thumbsticks? Wait, short. Huh? Is it a half float? Huh? Do they use half floats? Pretty sure this is a float though. So this would be S thumbstick left x-axis. Button left trigger. What is if it's a half float again? Oh, that makes sense because you can half like it supports being partially actuated. Okay, I think the food is done. Gotta put olive oil on it. It's important. Also, Flurry, if you're still here, could you test if the YouTube chat works? 0000. Ah, I'm so hungry. Let's fucking go. I think it will be possible, yes, but easier with the repacking. Why do you think it's easier? Wouldn't you just have to like say like get game, spawn entity X, hook, spawn entity. Is that the right signature? And then you would like from the spawn parameters, was it A? B is this, C, D. Spawn positional data. Yeah, like set type. And then you could like because like is the object idea was the option spawn manager u64 yeah, so A, B, C is the object ID, so you'll just be like C equals random object ID, and then you could also set the set type to something random, and then call the original function. I feel like this would, with our framework like this, would actually be easier if you were to redo it. And can be better controlled if there are other mods installed. Oh yeah, fair. Test. Test. Nice. Yeah, I don't know, I like YouTube more. Maybe I would not stream dev stuff on Twitch in the future. YouTube is just better, I feel. What do you guys think about YouTube versus Twitch? Yeah, you would have to map a lot because mm, you would need like the entity list, which is like still work in progress, right? 'Cause I mean, we have the constructor. Like if it's like really far, you could do like constructors info behavior and then like loop through it. And then if you could loop through it, you could like check if it is an enemy somehow. YouTube is good. Let's go. Why is it called B? I mean, B, like stuff with B would usually be booleans, right? Hmm? Hmm. The thing is, they do this weird stuff. Like they put the button 2 in the slot of the first one. I guess third one into first, and then fourth into second. Huh? They like reorder them completely. Yeah, they reorder them as they wish. Mm, fuck, this is so tasty. What the fuck? So what the fuck happens with the controller state then? Why is that actually an array of controller states here? Like 4? Settings? Well, this thing gets put into um, X input state, parsed X input state. I don't think it's the settings because they like copy over the stuff basically from the controller into the second parameter. Also, they allocate 80 hex, so it must be a X input poll state array 4. It already does that, say that, interestingly enough. Huh. 4 input states. Oh, that probably gets then, and then the 4 input states go into this function as second parameter. So I guess that would be, what type would that even be? Huh? X input poll state array 4. Wait, what? Wait. They said... No, this isn't the controller button mask. Isn't this the controller buttons? Didn't we already find that? Yeah, we already found that. What is this then? It's this. AA40. And this is something different. And it gets a bit odd with the buttons, so I'm assuming every frame it would get also set to 0. Ah. Does it ever like get set to 0? Oh. But if this is the controller buttons, then what is the struct that we found the other day? What the fuck? Hmm. What? I just don't get why it's like... Oh, for 4. Why it's like setting the dot controller buttons and then setting it to 0 here, so it must do something with it here. What the fuck? This bit ending this with the controller buttons XORed with this. Huh? What the fuck? Hmm. What the fuck? So dot controller buttons must be like a pseudo global. Like it's a global, but they only use it here, I guess. Maybe. Huh? I don't understand, man. Where is it going into the character controller? What? I mean, yeah, it's using controller buttons maybe, right? Where's that even written to? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. There's 300 references to it. Bruh. Character controller handle in controller inputs. What? In the assembly it says controller buttons maybe. Hmm. What even is the type of that? Undefined? Bruh. Hmm. It's just hard to find where they write to it. Yeah, maybe tick. Oh no. Get some global inputs maybe. Yeah. Hmm. 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 Since we have the save data struct's exact size, like these globals just suddenly make way more sense. Now I fixed how it looks. Now it actually says controller buttons maybe. It's just like, where does it get written to? Wait, what? Const true. Wait, what? Huh? So for some reason they intentionally put the controller buttons into this function which doesn't use any parameters. Is this maybe removed from the debug build? I wonder if the first parameter is always the character controller to that function they removed from the debug build. Doesn't really look like it. I mean, here they do it again. They load the controller buttons inside of this function. What does this function here? Here again, it's loading the character controller buttons inside of this function. Only if the function they removed returns true, they do this. Else. So does this mean this is like stuff from the debug build? It, hmm, I don't know. You have to wonder what the fuck this function is. Holy shit. 85 people have watched the new video. That's a lot. To be honest, the video is pretty sick though. I'm not even gonna be modest. Like I only showed the working parts, but the working parts work perfectly in this video. Like it's actually fucking amazing. I just run to fucking Africa and back and it's still synchronized. Sick. So for some reason they had something in the weapon menu. What if I just toggled this if, and then I see what they had in the debug build? Hype? Yes, they had some kind of check that on the debug build, and if it was met, it would do something different. Oh, fuck you. Oh, why does it crash? I didn't even do anything. What did I even change? Didn't this code work? I mean, it's not like we need it anyways. Like that approach won't even work. Come on, don't crash. Be a good game, will ya? I learn now, so maybe. And I think I buy new headset on weekend. Yeah, that's cool. Looking forward to that. Good luck. Dude, it's so wild with the removed 2D sections if you just remove the story. Wasn't I talking about that with someone on the speedrun server? Wait, but didn't my code, doesn't this mean, oh no.